G'day, Tristan here. Welcome to the channel. So I've already kind of started with what I was doing. Today is I'm swapping my shockies over because I've been meaning to do it and I just hadn't got around to it, and I didn't really have all the stuff. So now I kind of do. And basically, I already started one side and done it, but I figured I will do the other side now. So just done the driver's side, pretty much. That's all back together and sorted, and yeah. Anyway, what made me realise, and I'm not sure if a lot of people know this themselves, is what definitely gives away that a shock absorber is pretty much on its last legs or gone, is that it pretty much makes noises, or it just, when you go over a bump, you really feel the bump. So that's basically what I started noticing, and what I'll do is I'll show you what the parts kind of look like, and that's what gives you sort of an indication of whether they're good or broken, so to speak. So yeah, so this is what a new one looks like, and that has bearings in it, so it should free spin quite easily. Okay, and then this is what the used one looks like. You see it's kind of way more flatter and crushed. This doesn't really spin at all because it's got bearings in them. And then if you can see the rubber, that's definitely kind of gone just in the center here. Oh yeah, look, see, so it's quite loose basically, so it's flogged out. And then all that looks like it's blown out compared to the other one, which the other one looks like that. So that's one of the indicators. Now the hardest way to tell normally is because you've got like a plate, and then you've got like a screw and a plate. So unless you take them off and look underneath, you can't really see, right? So yeah, that's basically what indicates that that's gone, pretty much. So bought some of them on eBay. And then here's the shock absorber. Now normally when you push down on it, you can normally tell if the retraction's quite slow. These still kind of feel like they're alright, and see how they come back out on their own. So normally when you push really hard on them, like really fast, they're supposed to dampen. But as you can see, it does dampen, but not as good as a brand new one does. So that's what led me to believe that this is kind of flogged out. Mainly the rubber piece, which is that one there. But I figured, well, if I'm going to go through all that effort, I might as well change the shockies as well. Like I said, they still kind of feel, or that one still kind of feels alright, so I might keep that one and keep the other one and probably use it for a future project maybe. Just if, I don't know, if something really flogs out, then I've got something spare. So that's kind of what I was going off. But anyway, I thought, yeah, I'll just record the second one and hope you enjoy. I'll pause and show you little bits and pieces just so you have an idea. I know some people that would watch this already have an idea, but this is more for those people that don't. And basically I'm just trying to kind of encourage people to do things and just have a go. You know, you never know until you have a go. I've done this a few times now, so I've had more than a go, but it's just, you know, even little things that people may not have known, so kind of educational for them too. So anyway, thanks for watching, and hope you enjoy, and let's get started. Okay, so mainly for this car, what I'm going to have to do is there's 2 bolts here that I need to undo, and they're the back pieces. I also need to get these off. So this one is the ABS sensor. Normally it's quite easy to just slide that one off. However, the brake one at the back, you have to give it a twist and line it up and pull it back. So I may show you that part. Then at the back here, there's that there. That is a, it's loose at the moment because I've got weight off it and it's on an angle, so that's why it's loose. That is a sway bar link. It goes to the sway bar. I normally would recommend getting an angle spanner. I mean, you can use an open ender, a ringy maybe, but I just found that it was easier. And then you're going to want to take off this one, which is a brake caliper bolt, and the one underneath, which is a brake caliper bolt. So yeah, I'm not sure exactly how I'm going to film this, maybe just from the outside or maybe from a different angle. I'll figure that out. But yeah, so they're mainly what I have to take off. And then once I take it off, I'll use the jack to jack this up and get the weight off it. Then I will undo this plate and undo this, drop it out. And the reason why I've got to jack it up too is to clear that sway bar rod, which is behind there, that one, that shiny one I just showed you. I have to get that out of the way to clear the hole up there. And then yeah, once I have all that done, should be pretty straightforward. We're just swapping it all over. And yeah, and then with the brake caliper, I'll just cable tie it around the ring on that. It should be fine. Anyway, let's get going. So as you can see, I've got that one out. I have some spring clamps there that I purchased on eBay. Now I'm just going to go through the process of tightening them up, loosening the end off, and yeah, keep it that simple, I guess. The one thing I did notice is like it was a 10mm end on the top of the shocky bit. But it is way easier to use an open end, what do you call it, a shifter. Way easier. Like I tried, yeah, the open end side of the spanner, tried the spanner, just too hard, painful, so it's just easier to do that. Yeah, so let's get going with the rest of that then. Just be mindful too that if you are attempting this yourself, be careful, because like those springs, when they're compressed, if you don't do it properly, they'll do a lot of damage and they'll break quite a bit on your body or something else depending on where you're doing it. So yeah, just be mindful of that. But anyway, yeah, let's get back into it.
We're getting somewhere. Yeah, we all up in this shit. Yeah. I ain't the type to settle down with a wife and kid. I live for the grind and I grind to live. I wanna do the things that matter to me. Live like a good king as life brings the good things. It's easy to get blinded by the stressing and forget that every day is another blessing. No matter how many mistakes you make, life just keeps giving you another day. No rest for the ones that be grinding.
Right, so the other indicator, like I just pulled that off and check it, man, like all that rubber's missing, that is loose and just literally floating in there. So that's effed. See how that spins freely? So that's still good even though it's all crushed and ruined. So that, if I put them side by side and compared them, that's how you know when it's flogged out. I mean, the weight of the car eventually will, you know, compact it, but yeah, that's quite a difference. So that's how you know they're flogged out. Anyway, I'll show you the new shocky in a second. So that is the new shock absorber. Right, it's got like that little plug in there. I'll just get that off. It's got all the new shit in it, which I'm not going to use that. If the other one's in good nick, I'm going to take that one off, just because it's way better. It's all mangled. I don't like the idea of using it mangled. Yeah, so when you push that in, if you do it quick, it holds, whereas I'm assuming on that one it's not going to. Like if I grab the old one real brief to show ya. It does a little bit, but not a lot. So, like I said, I think before it, or like I said before, I think it's still alright. So I'm going to keep them and put them on something else maybe. But for this, as a daily, I need the new one. So anyway, let's swap them over.
And respect to my homies who be fighting in a war that will never end, in the pursuit to be better men. But then again, there's nothing to hold you back except yourself. You're caught up in the sauce on the road to hell. It's a slippery slope if you fall asleep. Why don't you fall asleep on me?
So I just thought I'd quickly show you. See how it's square and there's a straight edge on there? That's why you have to twist it to get it to clear that piece there. See the ring? Yeah, you have to get the square part bit twisted to go past that piece, and then when it's the other way, oh man, it's not going to focus. It's rounded, so that stops it from falling back out. Just thought I'd give you that one, and then the other one's just your standard rubber bit.
Just out here doing our thing. Yeah, that shit alright. Let's get it. This ain't a time to be tripping. Time to get on with your life, get your vibes right. Man, fuck chasing women, they are wasting your time. They just think about themselves, playing games on your mind. It's time to pull this shit together. Focus on your grind, getting busier than ever. Cause nothing feels better than to follow your dreams. Find your passion, cause without it your whole life gonna be lacking. We out of getting mad stacks every day. We don't got time for your petty games, cause we got purpose and nothing's gonna stand in the way. We're gonna do what they can't do, so get on my face. So whatever you say ain't gonna mean shit. The only thing that matters in this game is taking action. So get over yourself and wake the fuck up.
Alright, that's it. that's how you do a shocky. Yeah, pretty straightforward. Thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed. Hope you learnt a couple of little things in there, maybe. If you do want to attempt it yourself, what I may do is I'll put the links in, but actually it depends on what car you're doing, that's the problem. But I'll definitely put the links in for the spring clamps anyway, because they're pretty good. And then, like, you know, I'm just using Ozito tech gun as a kind of a rattle gun with an adapter. But if you noticed, I cracked it first and then used it just to save all the hand moving. Yeah, thanks for watching anyway, and see you on the next one.